Hello and welcome to Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. This is video number 19, Pivot Table Part 2. In this video, we are going to learn advanced level concept. First one, how do you find out the top and bottom contributors of your numbers? Second, how do you find out the individual percentage contribution from the categories towards your total? Without much ado, let's get into the Excel to understand how do we do these two type of analysis. So this is Excel we're going to use for this exercise for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and create the pivot table. So I hope you guys are following from the video part 1 to part 2 right now. So we are not going to talk about how to create a pivot table basically. Let's go ahead and click inside the data, insert tab, pivot table, and we're going to choose new worksheet and click OK. So here we are. So now what I'm going to do is take product category and I'm going to activate the units supplied. So watch it. I got product level, the total units supplied in this 5 years. Now I want to know which are the top 3 performing products. Now some of the person would say, why don't I sort these values and take the top 3 from there? No, we are trying to show only the top 3. And even if the value changes, it should always show me the top 3. So tomorrow when the value is getting updated over here, all I have to do is right click inside my pivot table and refresh. So when I refresh, it should still show me the top 3, whatever the latest top 3. The same way can I find out the bottom 3. So whenever you want to find out the top 3 contributor or the bottom 3 contributor of your number, how do you do that? So first let's get the actual header over here. So I go to the design tab, report layout, show in tabular form. Okay, so let's see how do we do it. So we need to click on the product category drop down, value filters, top 10. So this is a tool which will help us to do this top and bottom contributors on our numbers. So when you click on the top 10, you see this number 10 right now. We're going to change that to 3. So we need the top. So the first drop down, we are not disturbing anything. The next one where we saw the 10, we are changing that to 3 and we're going to click OK. So these are the top 3 product which has done really well compared to the other products. Something which you have to keep in mind is this grand total number. So this is actually not the entire total. This is the total of these 3. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't forget that. So when I clear the filter, now you could see this is your actual total. All right. So likewise, can I see the bottom 3 contributors? The answer is absolutely yes. So we can click this drop down again, value filters, top 10. In the first drop down, instead of top, I'm going to choose bottom. Now instead of 10, it is 3. When I click OK, that's the bottom 3 contributors of my numbers. The worst 3 selling areas for us. Let's click on this drop down and say clear, and we are back again. What else I can do with this top 10? So let's click and go back to top 10. I'm going to leave it in top and I'm going to come to the place where we got 10. I'm going to type 80 and I go to the next drop down. Instead of items, I'm going to choose percent and I'm going to click OK. Now what this is showing me, these are the top 80% contributor to your total revenue in this 5 years. Now this is made up data. So this is not the actual business data, but when you do it on the actual business data, you would actually see which are the products which is actually contributing 80% to your total. I'm talking about that Pareto rule of 80-20. So when you do such analysis, you will get to know that 20% of your product portfolio is what contributing 80% of your revenue. Okay, so whenever you want to find out that who is that top 80% contributor for my total performance, so it's the same one, value filters top 10. All you got to do changes is keep this top as it is, type the number 80 and go to the third drop down, change that to percent. If I would love to see bottom 20%, I can type bottom 20%, click OK, and it shows me these are the bottom 20% player. Okay, that is what you can do with the top 10 tool inside the value filters. Now that is one part of our video. Now we are moving to the second section of the video. Can I see how much percentage each and every product has contributed to the actual. Generally what people does is they will write formula which is this number divided by the total, then they will convert that into percentage. Instead of doing that, check out the option in the pivot table itself which can give you that kind of analysis. So whenever you want to convert a summarized value into percentage distributions or contribution, you should use the tool called show value as. Let's go ahead and see where is the tool. You just need to select any one number on your pivot table which you want to convert it into percentages. Right click on it and look for the option show value as. So when you go for show value as, there are a lot of choices over here. The one which I'm going to go for is percentage of grand total. Remember, each of these choices will be decided based on your requirement of the data analysis. So we cannot say that this we are going to use only this one always. No, the context, the requirement will decide which one you should go for. So I'm going to go ahead and say percentage of grand total. So what this one is showing me is this is the percentage contribution of each and every product to the total. So more or less I can see everything is contributing more or less the same. But out of these, the one which is doing really well is the two-wheeler. Out of these, the one which is selling very less or contributing very low is OTR, which I can see it from over here. Can I see the percentage contribution and the actuals together in the same table? The answer is yes, you can do it. So drag and drop the same numerical column in the values area. So you'll be able to see the percentage contribution and the actuals in one place. So remember, I told you that you can change these as per your requirement. Okay. But the only thing which you have to take care is don't type the name of the fields which are already there in the pivot. So this is something really amazing. So that brings us to the end of the video. So I've shown you two features. One is top 10 when you want to study the top and bottom contributors of your number. The other one is show value as. There's a hell a lot of option which you can experiment, explore, but this is something really amazing which you should never miss to try it. So the file will be available for you to practice. Just download it and see whether you can make use of this particular show value as option. I'll give you a small situation, a small question. You try on your side and tell me whether you're able to make it up. So I'm going to just reset this out. So clear all. So let's say, for example, I have something like this. Okay. So all I want to know how much percentage each and every sales territory is contributing to this totals. So if I take three-wheeler, the total number of units we have sold is 220,000. For this 220,000, how much percentage is contributed by each and every territory? Find out that using the show value as. That will be a good exercise for you. All right. So let's catch up in the part 3 of the pivot table. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Hariharan.